It's like she said it's 1:30 a.m. Tell me what you call for. I just need somebody real to tell me what it's all for. You know what you stand for, you know what you fall for. Said you don't believe in me, well that's your son called for. These things take time, you just gotta trust me. You got reason to doubt everybody here but me. Said I'm taking off here, all they do is judge me. She told me I was childish, I told her she was lovely, and then she said
hello
and welcome to the Quadruple Double.
Today we're going to be making the third installment of our series about what if Chris Paul was never injured in the 2017-2018 NBA Western Conference Finals.
And the Rockets won the championship. So, one team, quick note, while you may, the Rockets we mentioned the first episode, they're not greatly affected. And basically we're just because we're just in the topic of big name teams in the West, the Rockets are not going to really change anything, re-sign
Paul and Capella to deals respectively that are similar to the ones they have in real life, just to keep the team together because they feel like they have a championship-worthy team.
And then they can repeat.
Yeah.
Not to mention their owner has a ton of money.
Yeah,
so
they can go as far over the luxury tax as they want, as shown in previous years.
Yeah. The first team we're going to be looking at is the former Kings of the West and the dominators of the NBA for the last 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, keyword former there, because due to the fact that they lost Kevin Durant, they still feel like they have a championship team, but it seems wounded and it seems vulnerable.
So it's interesting to see this team was still, there's people are saying that team was 73-9.
But that was a completely different NBA at that time, that they were able to go 73-9 in.
Exactly.
Anyway, I digress. They end up, with that extra money that they have, they end up re-signing Klay Thompson to a 4-year max $110 million contract with a player option for the 4th year. They extend Draymond Green's contract to a 4-year $110 million contract.
Similar to what actually happened in real life in this offseason. And final move, they re-signed JaVale McGee for a 2-year $15 million contract. And
very good use of their money, making sure that their key players stay with them. And Curry already is locked up.
And this is obviously these are 2 big contracts that they're signing, but
it's worth it
for the Warriors. Their mindset, I think, at this point is we've won with this team.
We can do it again.
The NBA has changed, but these 3 players will always be relevant in any version of the NBA. And again, this is still like a year or 2 difference that we're talking about. It's not 2 decades or something where the NBA can completely reinvent itself. This is still a 3-point heavy league, and it's only getting heavier. So roster-wise, not anything different. Curry point guard, Klay Thompson shooting guard, and this is before injuries or whatnot. This is beginning. So Andre Iguodala is their small forward, Draymond Green is their power forward, JaVale McGee is their center, and the bench. Overall, this Warriors team is looking essentially like the team it looked before,
73-9,
excluding before Kevin Durant and after Harrison Barnes signed with the Mavs.
I mean, you got guys like Quinn Cook, Sean Livingston, and Kevin Looney still, who are established veterans now, who know how to win, and they can still very easily do well in this.
2 of them aren't veterans, but they're good Warrior system players.
Yeah, exactly.
Which matters.
They've been playing with the Warriors for a very long time. They know how the system works. They can do well in that system.
Yeah.
Anyway, as a nice segue to a very established system, the system of the 2 LAs, the Los Angeles Clippers and the Los Angeles Lakers. First, we're going to talk about the Clippers, who resigned Tobias.
Usually known as Los Angeles' second team.
Yeah, the little brother of the 2. They re-signed Tobias Harris to a 2-year, $50 million contract. Additionally, they re-signed Danilo Gallinari to a 1-year, $18 million deal, and they traded Avery Bradley to the Charlotte Hornets for a 2020 second-round pick.
And the Avery Bradley trade is to free up money so that they can re-sign Tobias Harris. And Tobias Harris, in this case, will re-sign with them. He will not go to Philly because this move, we think, is going to happen as a result of LeBron going to Philadelphia. Maybe the mindset's not like they want Tobias Harris. They do want to trade him to Philadelphia, but they are looking to get rid of him. But when they see that there's all the potential suitors are gone, they're like, he still was a good player. It's not like, and
might as well keep him content for the playoff spot.
And the Clippers, not this past season, but before, have had good management. They've had good coaching,
and Jerry West has done a lot for that team.
Yeah,
I think it doesn't go as noticed as it should.
And this roster again pretty much remains very similar to how how it was in this past season,
Yeah.
with the exception that Tobias Harris
Yeah.
is on that team.
Yeah.
And there was a big trade, Avery Bradley, in the middle season, Avery Bradley for JaMychal Green and Garrett Temple. But as Avery Bradley was traded to the Hornets, this trade does not happen. So roster-wise, Patrick Beverley point guard, Gilgeous Alexander shooting guard, Tobias Harris and Danilo playing both forwards.
Yep.
Marcin Gortat, their center, kind of a completely forgotten player in my opinion.
Yep. And Lou Williams, sixth man of the decade, potentially ever, and Montrezl Harrell and
Ivica Zubac.
coming off the bench.
And
Yeah.
I predict this being a team. I know I haven't done predictions for every team because again, we'll see what
It's
2K
difficult to
does.
say.
But yeah, with these Clippers, you don't know. They could
Yeah, they have
we're
amazing
one
management.
injury away from being a lottery team, and one superstar season away from being a top 4 seed.
Yep. And going from a team that has amazing management to a team that's literally right beside them that has terrible management, we're talking about the Los Angeles Lakers. Because they have so much cap space now, due to the fact they're not signing LeBron, they re-signed Julius Randle and didn't let him walk to the Pelicans for 3 years, $60 million. They re-signed Isaiah Thomas for 2 years, $12 million. So they re-signed Brook Lopez for 3 years, $30 million. Signed Michael Beasley for 1 year, $3.5 million, and also signed Lance Stevenson, this time not for 1 year but for
And,
2 years,
yeah.
$10 million.
The thing is, a lot of these predictions we're saying might seem like bad contracts, but as Liv mentioned, the Los Angeles Lakers management has recently been known to make
Terrible decisions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're kind of predicting that, like,
History
and this is
will repeat
before,
itself.
again, this is when they see LeBron's gone, and before LeBron was on the team, they were very bad, and they're trying to, and they're not in a position where they can trade away for picks, but they're not in a position where they can contend. They're kind of, and it's kind of interesting because you see Los Angeles Lakers a big name market,
Yep.
but
Right now, I feel like they're just going to attempt to take a couple more years, build for the future, and in the future they could be a very
Yeah.
top contending team. With guys like in their starting lineup, Ball, KCP, Kuzma, Randall, and Lopez, along with the six man of Brandon Ingram, and then Lance Stevenson, Michael Beasley, Isaiah Thomas,
Yeah.
and Isaac Bonga off the bench. They can still be, in a couple years, I see them being a top 4
yeah,
seed.
and this team does not look like a 20-win team, but it's
It's
more
not
like a
it's
27. They're not
30-win
going to be
team,
they're not
maybe.
going to be the worst of the worst, but
they're not gonna
they're-
be a
they're not
playoff
going to be a
team.
playoff team.
Yeah.
And one quick note also, we're listing all the rosters here, but there are predictions of the roster depth. With the players that we think will be on each team,
Yeah.
we're kind of constructing our rosters based off who we think would start and also match-wise. So there's the chance Brandon Ingram might start over KCP, but that's just what we think the Lakers will do and what they actually have done starting KCP until recently.
Yeah. Okay, so that pretty much wraps it up for this episode. We'll catch you guys in the next one.
This could be us. So back to what I was saying. Could be us.